Transfer news updates on your way. And hey, Chelsea outgoing and incoming. Gil Christ, the young defender, is set to leave Chelsea. And Conor Gallagher is now completely Atletico Madrid player. He also left Chelsea as well. And why Trevor Chalobah is also set to leave Chelsea. And where will he be landing? Manchester United are in talks with Burnley for a defender. Martin Zubimendi have been called by Real Sociedad for their next game, whilst Liverpool are still in talks with the player. And also, Arsenal target Merino have been left out of the squad. Arsenal is advanced talking with Merino. What's up, guys? Welcome to Achilles Sports. If you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. With me is Sammy, Eddie, and also Emmanuel. And we are going to give you more into details of this transfer news. PSG have also said to announce a player. And not to forget about Álvarez. Announcement is also just coming by Atletico Madrid. Ima, Arsenal is advancing in talks with Merino. He has been left out of the squad for Real Sociedad next game. Is it happening?
Yeah, I think with the transfers of Arsenal, we know that mostly they are slow. Ricardo Calafiore's deal started coming up even before the Euros, and I think they got to finish everything after the European Championship. So it's one of those deals. I know Arsenal, when they are in the market, mostly their transfers are slow. So I'm thinking of maybe personal terms with the player, but for sure he's been left out of the Real Sociedad team. That means the talks are advancing to different stages, and hopefully maybe in a week or 2 weeks time he'll become an Arsenal player. Yeah, but for sure, once his name has been left out of the squad, that means he's maybe 80% gone, or he's not part of the plans of Real Sociedad team. So I'm sure maybe Arsenal are close to getting a signature and maybe unveiling him in a week or 2 weeks time.
Daniel Olmo, for sure. Barcelona have received Daniel Olmo, and hey, he has already started training. Sammy, are you excited with that deal? Because this has been a long time coming, and now everything has been. I think he has been announced as well. So what
No,
do you?
his presentation will come off very soon. It was supposed to be
Okay.
done
So his
on
announcement is
Friday.
coming. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you get your target, what's next? Because Nico Williams have rejected and he still wants to stay.
So what is happening is that Nico Williams has not yet said it to Barcelona. They have not been in a formal communication. So right now, as we're speaking, we still know that Barca is still pushing to get Nico Williams. Especially Laporta himself has taken the tax from Deco, trying to go and negotiate with the agent of Nico Williams to get him this season. So as a Barca fan, yes, I'm hoping that it will happen, but then I'm not so putting my trust in it. And I'm hoping that at the end of the day, with Danny Olmo and Nico Williams coming to the team, I think it will make a stronger squad.
Eddie, Manchester United once again. I don't know how many players United are ready to sign this season, but the connections and the links are too much for Manchester United. And once again, they are linking with Burnley for a defender or centre back. That's the defender name. What do you, a midfielder? Sorry.
Manchester United in this transfer market, we are after a couple of players, and now we are interested in a player from Burnley. That's big. Hopefully, we are just trying to probably see everything done. You know, how we see things. We are not playing only the Premier League, so we have other competitions to participate in this coming season. So we have to get, I think, backups for our players. You know, in the middle of the season, sometimes there are a lot of injuries and these other international games as well.
Zubimendi, Arsenal was linked with him, but currently Liverpool is trying to get him on board. And it looks like Real Sociedad have actually called him for their next game. But then Liverpool is still optimistic of landing the midfielder. And as I understand, he has a release clause of 60 million, and Liverpool are still in conversation. Sammy, what do you think about that deal? Is it happening, or this call-up means that the deal will not source?
No, I think once the transfer window is not over, anything is possible. And looking at a player like Zubimendi, who was first linked to Barcelona, linked to Arsenal, now Liverpool is now pushing to get him. I think he's a very good and solid midfielder, defensive midfielder that any team would like to get. And if you have witnessed, Liverpool in this transfer window has been quiet. But I think right now Liverpool are trying to do some signings and to appease their fans. Looking at Endo and Zubimendi, of course, definitely I always go for Zubimendi. Hopefully, Liverpool will be able to get their target. But until then, let's keep our mind open for this deal.
Julián Álvarez is completely Atletico Madrid player. Like we said the last time, he's an ideal striker for Atletico Madrid and he loves to be in La Liga. La Liga is his favorite league. And Ima, do you think he
Yeah.
will excel over there as he lacked playing time in Manchester City?
Yeah, I think he's been in Spain before with the Real Madrid academy, so it's not a new environment to him. He adaptation won't be a problem. He's been in the city of Madrid too, playing for Real Madrid academy. I'm just hoping maybe he will just find his feet as early as possible because some of the leagues when you go, adaptation is sometimes a problem. But with his profile and he being at the Madrid academy, I don't think it will be a problem. And he's been in Manchester City, though it's not a big club. People don't expect much from you, and he's always on the bench. So now he becoming the main man in front of the goalpost for Atletico Madrid. He'll be bashed a lot, and people will be expecting much from him. I'm just hoping maybe after 2 or 3 games he'll find his feet in the team and maybe he start scoring for the club because when you go in and sign with such an amount of money, be rest assured that you are coming to give your best performance to the team. And we all know Atletico Madrid too. They are not a club that demands a lot from players, but they go in and pay that money for you. I'm sure they have a project they want him to be involved. And we saw players like Joao Felix moving to the team. Things that didn't work quite well. So I don't want this one to be like an addition to Joao Felix's case. So I'm just hoping he becomes an exemption. He performs to his best of his the best of his abilities, so that Atletico Madrid will just get a proper value for whatever they spent on him.
Eddie Ketzuma is on his way to Arab Pro League, and then the deal is completely done. Do you think it's time for him to move on to quest for money or maybe to Arab Pro League?
Zuma, he's one of the solid defenders in the EPL, but I don't really understand why he's just trying to probably leave the EPL to consider the Saudi Pro League. Me personally, I could probably expect him to continue because he's still fit and he can still deliver. Because you could see his performance last season, everything was on point. So I don't actually understand why he could probably
Maybe
consider. But who
do
knows?
you think it could be probably the coach leaving the club? Maybe the new coach doesn't actually add him into his plans.
Nah, I'm not sure. Because there are other players who are still there who will be fighting for their spot, And as a defender, you are always needed, for you to probably defend the goal, for you to defend the goal line. And I think he has been influenced with the Arab Pro League money because sometimes you'll be thinking maybe if I don't go early, he won't be coming for me,
Chelsea, Conor Gallagher, Sammy, he has actually left Chelsea as we have been anticipating since last season. And it's 42 million euros. Do you think Chelsea have done a good business and what impact will he make in Atletico?
I think for the business side of things, everybody will give it to Todd Bowley because he has been brilliant. Getting fans into the Chelsea team, building that money stacks. I think it's been brilliant. But on the other hand, the footballing side is a problem. So having let go of a player like Connor, I think personally I'm not happy about it. I think I've said it so many times. Because if you have a player who wants to die for the club, who does everything for the club, who lives for the club, who is also a captain, to let go of a team is very difficult, especially to get someone who is like Connor. But at the end of the day, it's a good win for Atletico Madrid. Having such a player will also enforce the team to take them to greater heights. So I'm hoping that he will actually do well at Atletico Madrid. I'm hoping.
Yeah, hoping that he will actually do well at Atletico. And finally, Chelsea have gotten a striker who will worry the defense of Arsenal, particularly Gabriel, in that defensive area. Now, Chelsea have signed Samu Omorodion. Welcome to Chelsea, and now completely everything is done.
Yeah, concerning Samsu, that's how I call him, Samsu Omrodion. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's coming from Alam. It's just by the way. Yeah, I watched his videos last 2 days on YouTube, and for the videos I watched, the guy was an okay player. He wasn't like the top player.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys are expecting, but he's an okay player. We saw Nicolas Jackson, so I don't know. With this guy, he's also coming from the La Liga. Nicolas Jackson too came from the La Liga, like Villarreal. So with this guy also coming in, maybe adaptation will be a bit of a problem in the first maybe 2 or 3 games. But he find his feet like how I watched him in the videos, maybe Chelsea will get some goals from him. But we've seen a case with Nicolas Jackson, so I'm not sure. I will not give like 100% assurance that he's going to perform because moving from La Liga to EPL is a different ball game. La Liga sometimes the strikers are the defenders are a bit linear, like they'll just leave you for you to do your things a bit. But with the EPL,
Just
sometimes
one
physicality.
question. Just one question. Is it because you are Arsenal fan? That's why you say he's an okay player, or is just okay player?
No. It's not because I'm an Arsenal fan. He's an okay player. When you watch his videos, he's not a top striker. You get
Okay.
it? He's just an okay player. Like players, I don't even know his score.
But he can improve.
Oh yeah, sure. Sometimes teams also affect players.
Okay.
When the team is performing, the player also perform. You get it? So if Chelsea are playing very well and he's getting the assist from Nkuku and Palmer and the other guys, surely he will just he'll perform because for I think someone also made a comment that even with Drogba's first season at Chelsea he suffered. So maybe after this season you will not see him like to be playing at the top level. But maybe
Drogba actually left Chelsea after his first season.
Absolutely.
It was the effect of Lampard that actually made him maintain because Lampard
so
called
you
him
need
after.
you need other players to also help you perform better in your club. So for me, I'm just hoping he will not flop like this guy Nicolas Jackson, and he will just give Chelsea maybe 10 goals. Even 10 goals is okay for this season. Yeah.
Sammy, now you understand why I was asking him that question. Nicolas Jackson wasn't a flop. A first
He
season
never
in
flopped.
Premier League. Oh, at least first season he banked like almost 12 Premier League goals.
Yeah, it was
And
never
then
a
in
flop.
total 15 or 16 goals for the club. It's not a flop, but then
So
it's just that he missed a lot of chances.
So how will you rate Nicolas Jackson's performance last season?
It was
Generally.
I think it was an okay performance.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This player too is an okay player, okay? So he will not give you the best of performances
No,
like
but
the Didier Drogba's and
just
the John Terry.
just to add to something, I think Ima is not being fair to Nicolas Jackson because
Okay.
coming from the La Liga and your first season banging 12 goals in the EPL, I think it's a very good thing. Look at the likes of Saka, look at the likes of Gabriel Jesus, look at the likes of Arsenal front line.
Yeah,
I think
Kai Havertz.
I think if you had someone like that who just came from a different league to a new league, you have to give the person time. The only problem I would say that Jackson missed a lot of opportunities. That is why it covered what he did. But the truth is, the guy had a very good season, and he was going to improve on it.
You've
That is all.
just added to my point. If you give you an exam over 100 and you score 10 over 100, though you've scored 10, but you've missed 100, 90%.
It wasn't 10.
Then it's
It
not
wasn't
an
10.
okay mark.
Okay,
No.
so
Don't
he
do
missed
this.
a lot of chances. He could
No.
have scored more. You get it?
It doesn't matter.
That is Nicolas Jackson.
That is the developing stage of a player. Every player needs to develop.
Maybe the following season, this season, he will do better, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's wait and see.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
need to
we
witness.
need to witness. But the thing is, Chelsea youngster, a young defender that I thought he could have gotten playing time in Chelsea, is actually on his way out. Gilchrist, a young talent who has been introduced last season and he performed very, very well. He bleed blue. His everything is blue. And scoring his first goal at Chelsea was something meaningful for him. Right now, he's on his way out, just a loan, not a buyback option. Eddie, Trevor Chalobah. We all know what has transpired between him and the club and also between him and the coach. And right now, it's like West Ham is interested in getting the signature of Trevor Chalobah. Do you think he should go?
Alright, so concerning Trevor Chalobah, the board of Chelsea, one thing is sometimes when this issue starts to pop up, as a player, definitely you lose everything for the club. You lose the love and everything you have for the club, If things don't dissolve, like it will be the same thing that happens to Jordan Sancho. And for him to avoid such situation, I think he has to consider the move.
It was a decision from the club to leave him from the preseason. So for the coach, maybe what they have given him is what he's going to work on for sure. William Pacho is actually completely PSG player now. Is he going to do wonders for PSG?
Yeah, it's one of the moves that if you're a Liverpool fan, I don't know. Because Liverpool started talking to this guy from last season. Little talks here and there, but nothing concrete. PSG just came in and swooped the guy off. And it's very sad. But then, yes, he's a player that I have very high hopes for. Looking at this new PSG team that Luis Enrique is building, I'm hoping that he will be well fitted in and hopefully you'll hear more of him. But until then, it's a good signing for PSG.
And lastly, just one word, or few words, then we can go. Pippe has retired from football, and we all know what he has done.
Yeah, I think what's the name? I've forgotten his first name. Sorry, not Nicolas Pepe.
Idrisu.
Kepler Lima Pepe. That's the name I'm trying to say. Kepler Lima. He's one of the players who didn't lose form even till the last match he played for Portugal. You get it? He was always on top. Like when you watch him, the guy will give you an A performance always. I never saw a game that Pepe was like poor in a game that he made a lot of mistakes that affected his team. We all grew up watching him in Real Madrid. Later on, moving to different clubs, and later on, I think his last club was Porto. Yeah, we saw him in the Champions League last season. For me personally, I didn't think he was going to retire because I felt like he's still that guy who can perform for his club. But sometimes players who want to leave at the highest stage, when the stakes are high, they'll try to maybe hang their boots and they'll save that image that they had. We saw Tony Cruz retiring after the Euros, and now it's Pepe too. So we wish him all the best. He's a legend of the game, and we can't say anything that we wish him all the best. Good luck to all his future endeavors. For me, I'm just hoping maybe he gets into coaching. He'll be a very good coach. Yeah.
Yeah, as a Barcelona fan, I think he's earned my respect. I hope that he will venture into football. He'll not just leave it like how Toni Kroos has, but then the simple words is he's a legend.
A legend of our era has retired from football. And guys, if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And we're going to see you in the next video. Ciao.